that sky is lighting up. It's setting on fire over there in the west. You can see the telly as well. The reflection on my window. What a window view, guys. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. Beautiful. Who needs a telly? Oh my god, bloody panic stations. Smoke everywhere. What the hell is going on down there? I think I've isolated it, or a fuse has popped somewhere to isolate it. Let's have a look what's going on, guys. Smoke everywhere. I thought it was going to be in bloody flames then. Jesus Christ almighty. I don't know if you can see the smoke in here, guys. I've opened all the windows. Blimey. It's happening in the middle of the night. I'll go to the battery and isolate. I'll go to my battery unit and isolate everything. There's smoke in here, guys. It's full of bloody smoke. Jesus. I've opened all the doors, all the windows. Sky's alright. Oh, we've got smoke everywhere in this bloody... What the hell? Just out of the blue? Bloody hell. 2 years that's been installed, everything. And out of the blue, something shorted. Obviously something's got caught or trapped. I don't know. I don't know whether it's... When I turn the captain's chair around, my lights have gone out as well. Right. What the hell? Back at you in a bit, guys. Right, guys. These bloody wires out. What the hell? Just state of this wire. I've cut all the wires. The battery's been isolated now, guys. Obviously all my lights are gone, but what the fucking hell? Can the state of that? All this was glowing red. It's still warm now. All this was glowing. This was just bright glowing embers and smoke in my face, and so I burnt the end of my fingers. Get my wire cutters to disconnect after I isolated the battery. Jesus Christ, what a bloody mess. All the way down the trunking. Look at the state of that. Dear oh dear, that is bloody frightening. It's got an inline fuse, for God's sake. What's going on there? Is it after the fuse or something? I don't know. And it's got trapped. It should have just cut out straight away. Well, it obviously did, because all my bloody lights went out. What the hell? Oh my life. Let's get up. You can see the scorch marks there in the carpet, guys. Goes scorch marks. Oh, you can't see, but the scorch marks go all the way underneath and round the back where the cable was laid. So the cable, guys, burnt all the way through, all the way along. What the hell? Guy locked away in the back of the unit there, guys. So I've pulled all my cupboards out, got all my cabinets down, pulled all the wiring out, pulled all the inverter out. There's wires everywhere. I was just panicking. It was burning, spark, there was smoke. I was choking my bloody head off, pulling everything out, trying to find out what was going. Went to my battery bay in the engine, isolated everything. What the hell? Everything's up in the bloody air. What the hell? Show the wiring here, guys. The state of it. Look at the state of that. Pulled up all the carpet where it's melted the carpet. Refitting everything back together. Dear oh dear, I could have done without that. Well, where is it? 25 past 5 here at Galloway. Oh, welcome to Galloway, Stephen. Oh, it just shows you, guys. Shows you, eh? With all the best intentions, guys, if you're trying to do things right, it can happen. Something's got trapped somewhere. A wire has got trapped because it's been 2 years now since I fitted that. Obviously, a wire has got trapped somewhere. I've moved something and trapped a wire. Bloody hell, blimey, Riley. God, I was in a complete and utter panic then. I didn't know whether to stay in the van or bloody run. Of course, you can't run. Where do you run to? I'm in the middle of bleeding nowhere, for God's sake. Where do you run to? Can't just let the van burn down. But it's just scorching my hand, my tops of my fingers there are scorched, guys. I don't know whether you can see. Just the very tops of my fingers are scorched there. Where I was trying to get the wires, because I had no tools at the time when I saw the smoke. It was just blind bloody panic. I just dived in there, shoved all the cabinets out the bloody way. I saw those sparks and smoke coming up. I was bloody choking, burning my bloody fingers. Oh, then I got my pliers out the cupboard and just cut the wires. First of all, I ran out the front as fast as I can to the bonnet, disconnected all the battery terminals, then cut the wires that were burning. I've reconnected everything back up and everything's fine now. I've reconnected without that wire on. Everything's fine, the inverter's fine. I put my meter on and all, the voltage is all right. Bloody hell, blimey hell, bleeding Riley. I told you I was going to get some bloody dramas, guys. We always get bloody dramas on country. One thing or a bloody another. That could have been the end of country. That could have been the end of Christine. That could have been the end of me and my dog. Just a melted bloody pile of rubble left here for someone to find in the morning. Oh, my life, you got a smile, ain't you? But by God, it's scary, man. That is scary, guys. Make sure your wires are trunked away and all safely tucked away and everything. But I think it might, because I remember spinning my captain seat when I arrived at this camp. About half an hour before this happened, I spun the captain seat round. Whether that's just clipped the bloody end of the wire at the back. I need to have all this boxed up, don't I? All this inverter boxed up away. But it's not happened in 2 years. I know where everything is, you know, it's easy access for everything. Hey, oh, you live and learn, don't you? You live and learn. What a balls up. I don't know whether I did do a balls up. I don't think I did. It's just pinched a bloody wire. I think it's time to put the kettle on. Or time to have half a dozen cans of Guinness. God, there's still smoking here. I've got all the vents open on the roof. It's freezing bloody cold as well. Because obviously when I isolated everything went off. It was pitch black. Imagine pitch black sparks and smoke coming everywhere. Just out the blue, just like that. 1 second, like that. I was looking out the window, nice and comfy, sitting here, Skye at my lap. And all of a sudden, light started flickering. Everything went out. Sparks, smoke, everything coming down from behind the seat. I had to pull all the cupboards out. Blind bloody panic. God blimey. Of course, you don't film something like that, guys. Smoke everywhere. You're just in a sheer panic mode, aren't you? Sheer panic mode. It's not the time to run a film. Blimey. I'll test everything thoroughly. I'll wait till morning. I'll test everything thoroughly as well. Put my inverter at full ramp and turn everything on. Get all the electrics running. Get my meter out and test everything. But it's that wire, guys. It's out now. The wire's out. It's in the bin. There you go, guys. Another drama on country van life. I don't know whether to cry or laugh. My van is in a right bloody mess. I've not had my tea yet either. Skye's had hers. I've not had mine. Blimey, lovely camp as well with it. Anyway, guys, we're still alive. Christine lives on, and the adventure continues. Right, guys, I've wired everything back up, reconnected my battery terminals, checked all the wiring to the inverters. I've got 2 inverters on board. Checked all my battery wiring as well. Everything's looking okay again now. Bloody hell, what a pain in the butt, eh? Right, well that's that sorted. Now to tidy Christine up. We're back to normal again. Everything's ship shape. Everything's sorted. I've boxed the inverter back under the cab seat. All the bad wiring's gone. Skye's comfy. Tested everything with my multimeter. Tracked all my wires through. Nothing's untowards. Lovely jubbly. Well, I feel like going for a swim in the sea now after that. Well, that was stressful. I'm usually quite calm, you know, I'm quite calm and collective. But when you got smoke in your face and you're coughing your bloody lungs up. It's pitch black outside, it's pitch black in here when the lights went out. I think anybody will panic in those circumstances, but you can't. You've got to keep calm, find the fault, sort it out, isolate everything and find the fault and diagnose what went wrong. It's all about fault finding when something like that goes wrong, guys. What I'll do, I'll recheck everything tomorrow. I'll double check everything again tomorrow morning when we've got some light. There's nothing going on in the engine system, the battery, there's nothing wrong up there. It was down here, and it was that wire that was the problem. Now that wire has been in this van a long time. It was an isolated wire I had in here for a long time. I've only just isolated it a few months ago to the diesel heater. It's been here a long time. As I say, I moved that captain seat. I think it's got something to do with that somehow. Even though the cables are trunked behind the seat and they come out, it comes out under my seat here, the cable. It's not trunked down here under my seat. It's just trunked round the front there as it comes through. But somehow that cable's got caught and it's obviously nicked it, and it's shorted the live and neutral. Burnt it all out. Oh well. Anyway, that's gone now. I need to get some newer cable, but that's what happened. I'm 99.9% sure that's what happened. There you go, guys. So I was an electrician, so you know I don't panic with these situations. But when you got smoke in your face and sparks everywhere, guys, it can be a little bit upsetting. Anyway, I got a cup of tea now. We're all settled down again. It's going to take me a day whether I'll sleep tonight. I don't know. Imagine that happening in the night when you're asleep. And down there, guys, where it all happened, where all the action happened with the wires, what's hanging there? My bloody curtain. My curtain's dropping down there to stop the draft from the cab unit. And those wires are about an inch away from the curtain. If it had caught that curtain, imagine in the middle of the night. Whoosh, bang, wallop. The fuse blew because everything went out. Everything went out in the van. Anyway, if anything, just double check, triple check your wiring, guys. Make sure everything's nice and safe and secure. If you're unsure, get a professional to check it out, and just double check. Get your electrics checked once a year. If not, you know, every 6 months, guys. Just double check, because it just shows you what can happen. Over 2 years since I did all this, and that's happened just out of the blue, just like that. 1 minute was peace and serenity, looking out the window. Next minute, all bloody hell let loose. Jesus, let's have another cup of tea. Lovely, but we're all safe. We're all right. Oh, bloody drama. Let's hope that's the last of the drama. It won't be. It won't be. Oh, Jesus. I want me mum. I want Christine. Christine, mummy, where are you? Later, guys, you gotta laugh. Right, I'm not going to end the video there, guys. Where am I now? It's 9:10. I've been sitting here for the last bloody 2 hours trying to wrap my brain why that happened. You know, I was thinking maybe the fuse popped above its rating. I thought, well, that can't happen. All fuses are standardised. I thought, why was it still smouldering and, you know, glowing? Even though all the electrics are trips, that wire was still glowing. And as I said, it's a 12-volt line that I've connected from front to back to start my diesel heater, because I had trouble ramping it up on that first initial start. So I've got some extra juice with that wire from my front batteries to just get the diesel heater going. And then I disconnected it, and it runs off the normal batteries after that. Solar batteries, because the solar batteries ain't got the power to pump it up. Not this time of year, because there's no power in them. There's no solar. There's not enough power to generate on that initial kick up on diesel heaters. Those who've got diesel heaters, I know what I mean. That's why I did that extra 12-volt wire link. I was thinking, Steve, what's gone wrong? That wire should not have been glowing still when the electric's cut. I've got the wire out the bin. I was looking at this burnt wire that I showed you. I thought to myself, where's the fucking fuse? Where's the inline fuse that I connected to it? Now it's a bit weird because I connected that 12-volt line to the 12-volt line of the batteries to the diesel heater, all connected on the same junction. And I must have thought when I did that the inline fuse that was already in the inline from the solar batteries, a bit confusing, guys, but it's my stupid bloody head. It's all mushy peas up here, honestly, guys. Now, you know, I'm an electrician. I don't usually do mistakes like this, but I'll confess now that there was no fuse in line between the link here and the link to my front batteries. There was no 10 amp fuse in line. It was a 20 amp carry cable, 12 gauge I think, which is about 20 amps. So 10 amp fuse would have been enough. And I just realised there's no no fuse in that line. When I actually connected it, I must have thought that the fuse that was already in the line going from a solar would have done the job, but of course it won't do, because that's a different power source it's coming from. What a stupid bloody idiot. What a stupid twat. I could have killed me dog. I could have killed me dog and burnt Christine to the ground. Ain't worried about me, but I could have killed me bloody dog, for God's sake. What a twat. So there you go, guys. I'm an electrician. I made a mistake. It was a stupid mistake. It was just that spur of the moment, trying to get my diesel so going on that one particular day, that I just thought, well, the inline fuses are already there. But no. Yeah, so I was stupid, but I was very, very unlucky. That's the only line that didn't have an inline fuse in that got caught. And the wire got caught and cut by me moving that seat. That's the only line in the van that didn't have a fuse. I didn't know at the time. I thought I did, but that's the only line that's not got an inline fuse, and that's the only line that I cut with the seat. So cutting that line cutting the line with the seat when I moved the seat, just snipped. I was just unlucky. It snipped the wire, and of course it burnt it out, and there's no backup fuse to cut the power. That's what happened. As I say, it's a separate 12-volt line that was coming in that I didn't fuse. I could really kick myself. I could really kick myself. What a stupid mistake. It just shows you guys, get it done by a qualified electrician. I used to be a technician, a copier, facsimile technician many years ago. I know what I'm doing. Like, it was just a mistake. It's just an error in my judgment. It was just an error, guys. Thinking that 12-volt, that fuse in line from the solar would have coped with the whole line, but of course it didn't, because as I said, it's a separate 12-volt line I was bringing in. What a twat. What a complete and utter plonker. So if you think I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm a bit embarrassed. Bit embarrassed, but anyway, we're still alive. What a twonk. I'll get a new cable. I'll get a new 12-gauge cable with a 10 amp fuse for the 20 amp supply line. I'll get the fuse connected. Plus I'm going to get an override switch as well for all the electrics, so I don't have to dash to the engine bay if I do get a problem like that again to pop off my battery terminals. I'll get an override cut off switch that cuts everything off immediately when something's going wrong. There you go, guys. We all make mistakes, eh? And that was a big one. That could have been the end of it. Catch you later, guys. I thought I'd be upfront with you. I could just carry on with the video without doing this on the end and just left it as it was, but let's keep it real, eh? Let's keep it real. We all make blunders, and that was a bloody big one. Till later, guys. Thanks for watching. Be safe. Get it checked.